You are listening to DC On Screen.
Welcome into DC On Screen. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This is my loyal cohort, Jason Goss.
Hello.
So we saw Supergirl.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
What are you afraid of, man?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this discourse.
Well, I don't know why. We've had about 3 of them so far.
Yeah, I know.
Off air. Look.
Well, I don't mean our discourse. I mean, like, I've never seen... I told you about this too yesterday. Like, I've never seen the velocity of stupidity online, and I not like I've seen here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to do with all that, but
That you can usually make it. This is how I've been measuring it. You can usually make it a few comments in, like go into somebody's hot take. Well, if it's too hot a take, this rule doesn't apply. Hyperbole is hyperbole. That's always going to turn into some nonsense quickly, right? But go find somebody's mild take where they say, "Hey, I like this, but also this," and like usually under that, there's going to be couple comments, but there's a little bit of back and forth. People digesting the point, some bit of grace, understand. Nothing like that's happening this time. I'm seeing nothing but like right under it. It's basically just you're in or out, man. It's
funny because you said that, and then all of a sudden, on both my feeds and on Reddit, I've seen people just complaining about unreasonable attacks from people. Like after you
that's
said that,
roughly what I'm complaining about. Yeah. Like,
and after you said that, though, like all I could find were reasonable people talking about this thing.
I've done, and usually my feed cooperates more. I've done nothing but try to curate the jackassery out of it. Just get all the exaggerations gone, all the, all the like the false dichotomies. If you didn't like this, you must be a this, and if you did like it, you must be a this, and all this. Like I can usually kind of tweak that away. And this time, there's nothing I can do is making my algorithm do anything other than just show me jackass after jackass, and it's rough out there this time.
Yeah,
I can't get out from under it.
Well, let's actually talk about what we thought. Look, man, I am bummed out because I was super excited about this movie. I had the best of hopes. I absolutely love the comic book that it's based on, supposedly. But I was like super disappointed. Like this was just not a very good movie to me. I think the script and the direction were bad.
Yeah, on both counts. I can't. The more I've thought about trying to find another way to say that, I just can't. I can't really think of a good one.
Yeah,
like there's more to it probably.
Oh, there is.
And there's specific parts of production that would be more intelligent people could point you towards. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the writing and the directing sucked. Like it just didn't get a fucking anything across like it was supposed to.
And editing.
Oh, and editing. You're right. Right. Now, that one's one I don't notice as much until kind of you point it out to me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that is choppy.
Mm-hmm. So Millie was fine. She was good.
I think she, given the circumstances, great.
Yeah. I mean,
like
she was handed a pile of shit to read.
Yeah. And she damn near made it work. And for many people seems to have, by the way. One thing I want to say up front, go see it anyway. I don't know, for whatever reason, there really is a lot of divisiveness around this. Some people fucking loved it. I don't understand, but I don't want to fucking yuck your yum either. Go fucking see it.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Is I don't want to do that either. I'm not saying like you shouldn't see it. I'm saying I didn't like it.
No, I didn't. I'm not going to go see this one like I did the other one 3 times in theater, which was unprecedented for me just because it was such a filling experience for me. I was hoping to do that again this summer. I didn't quite get what I wanted, but I hope you do. Go fucking see it. Go support it. Go do what you do. Go spend all of $20 whole and then another $10 on popcorn or some shit. But like, I probably have that backwards. But anyway, like, it's like, go do your thing and then come back. But like, it's...
If you haven't seen the movie, you should not be listening to this. Like it's
going to be spoilery.
Just consider this the end of the spoiler-free bit because we're going to spoil the fuck out of it. Very shortly. Go watch the thing if you care. But we didn't care for it.
No, and I can't even quite get my head around what demographic or what style I might be like. Yeah, but you'll like it, and I didn't. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can do that with me. I can't quite get my head around this one either. I don't really have a full. I kind of do want to see it again at some point. I feel like I'll understand a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
After a second viewing. One person also said that it really does help to not think of it so much in terms of the comic.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably is true. I think it would probably help me.
Yeah. If I take the comic book out of the equation, it's just a boring fucking movie.
Yeah. After I do that, it's just sort of a pretty rote little, I don't know, man. It's like, I know there's stakes there, but they repeat themselves. I mean, technically there are, because she might die, but she's also not going to die. But
right.
but it only seems to play with whether she's going to die, and then whether, I mean, that's not true. There's some victims of trafficking around here that do and don't. And, to be fair, at least I did like this part of the film. If anything, there's one part of the writing I like is like that family does die. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it pays off all like it's supposed to exactly for me, but I do like the choice that they actually didn't make it out of that. She didn't save anybody and going to scream in the void. Hey, that was a really nice shot and a really good scene there for a second. I'm going to be pointing out the stuff I liked as much as I can.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that the intention was to give Kara something to be seeking revenge for other than Crypto. Or to give her like a real reason to want to kill Krim. Because if you recall in the comic, Ruthie almost killed him and then decided not to. And then Kara almost killed him. And Ruthie was like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then like they did that 300 years. They wound up putting him in a prison for 300 years. And when they're old, or Ruthie is old, and they go and they get him out, he's fucking rehabilitated. Yeah. And he's like sorry and shit. And by the way, Anna Nagura, Jason, the writer of this fucking movie, thought that Ruthie kills Krim at the end of that book when she's old. She does not. She hits him. She bonks him on the head with a cane and walks away. Anna, in an interview with, I think, Variety, said that she thought it destroyed fucking Ruthie's character growth by having her kill him at the end. And even Tom King was like, nah, motherfucker, that didn't happen.
No, she pops him. Like, she doesn't. I mean, it's been a minute, but like, my memory of that is that, yeah, he has a whole turnaround. He basically redoes the theme of the thing, because she's the whole thing is her recalling, the framing device is her recalling how she grew to understand how awesome Supergirl is through this whole adventure. Yeah. And then we get to the end, and it turns out Krim got the lesson too, because he basically comes in and out of kind of a version of the Phantom Zone, and comes in and out of that and says, hey, you know what? Now that I've had some time to think about it, I really kind of did see what she did too, and man, I'm just so sorry for everything. And then it's like one of those points that you make in what would be called a very good book, where the character's a real character at the end. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, she pops him in the face. She doesn't forgive him.
No, she still hates him.
She doesn't kill him. Like, she leaves him with the burden of what he did for as long as she's there to leave it. Like, she doesn't relieve him of anything. He didn't give her anything. Like, they're stuck in that holding pattern until one of them goes. Yeah. Or both, really. But like that, and that's fine, but that's one way to end it. That's just characters being people. Messy, fucked up, awful, awesome people. That's what writing looks like. Yeah. That's not what happened.
No. And I get it. Like, they wanted Krim to be a little darker here. I don't remember the original Krim sex trafficking children, to be fair.
No, and
I will say, that is one of the nice fucking things about this movie. A positive I can note. It is nice to actually see someone who rapes children getting fucking killed.
Actually getting hit, yeah. That would be great. Yeah. That is a plus. So, all right, positive on the writing. I think that might be one thing that is a win, but I haven't really had time to think about it too much. But so the book version of why Krim does what he does is just because he likes it.
Yeah, he's just a dick.
He's just built wrong, you know? And that can be boring on screen. And so I can kind of understand the instinct of wanting to write that around it. And even something like sex trafficking is like, yeah, that's something we can kind of hint at through the film. Everybody knows it's bad. It's an easy win. We're going to go to like this planet where, little girls can't even like have to put a hood on or they might be taken away in the middle of the night. That's just an easy, we all know who the bad guys are thing. But like the idea was, if that's the case, I can get behind the edit on that.
Yeah.
That can be a concise way.
It's grabbed directly out of Guardians 3, but whatever.
I didn't remember that, but yeah, I guess that's true probably.
Oh yeah, even the flying around through the ship destroying things when breaking it out, that's fucking Will Poulter fucking did that shit. Adam Warlock in Guardians Volume 3.
That's funny. I haven't seen that since like the theater, so like I'm not surprised, but I haven't seen that since then.
To be fair, I didn't remember that either. I talked to Matt in MCU today, and he was like, "Yeah, they did this and this in Guardians 3." I was like, "Fuck, you're right. I remember that now."
No, I mean I hadn't, and like I don't remember it even as you're saying it. I'm trusting that you're right. I don't remember that movie in that much detail at all. Mm-hmm. I watched it in theater and enjoyed it, and then I moved on with my life.
Me too.
I don't think I even watched it at home.
Yeah.
No, I think I started it one day and then just kind of got distracted. No offense to the movie. It was good.
No, it's fine.
You just don't go back and rewatch everything. But yeah, with Krim, I think maybe that was the idea, was to get around that, and I can get behind that rebuild. But then you kind of just did it anyway. Mm-hmm. Like on screen, you don't make a big deal out of there's not, you don't build any world where there's a mechanism around how the sex trafficking works. Like I know. You can just trope your way out of that. Hey, it's sex trafficking. It's bad. Cool. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where he's connected. I don't know what his role is at the planet. Whatever the outpost or whatever the fuck it is where there's just trafficking happening. Yeah. I don't know what his connection is to this ring of trafficking. I think he's just sort of a participant / supplier.
Yeah.
I don't think, and like they breed for themselves, because I know that was mentioned also. Mm-hmm. But I think what I'm gathering is that there's just sort of a trafficking ring, and he is involved. That's where he gets his money. No. But like, it's not his. He's not the head of this ring.
He might have been. I don't know.
Maybe I didn't quite catch that. So maybe I missed exactly that. But I don't know.
It was to me as ambiguous as most of the action scenes.
Yeah, true.
As muddy as the backgrounds and atmosphere of this fucking movie.
Yeah, and like, granted, how does the trafficking work in this movie is not. It's not a worthwhile criticism. I don't have to have that in order to enjoy the movie, right? That's fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But my point was, I think the idea was to rewrite that so that you could get away from maybe Krim just being like bad and statically bad for bad's sake. But he was more interesting as bad for bad's sake in that case. I mean, my favorite line of that book, there's probably more if I looked, but the most memorable one for me was Krim saying, like, I broke my back removing the weakness from this world. When everything's just pushed, why would you do that when he's just an unarmed guy with nothing else to defend himself with just, why did you do this? And all he really thinks to say is, I think it was just like a sacred duty to kill as many weak people as I could. He's just bad for bad's sake, but that's not even, truly, it's not the most interesting part of the book.
That's not the point.
Krim's kind of the weak spot of Woman of Tomorrow. If we're going to, if it has one I don't really think it has weak spots, but if we have to pick one just for, I don't know, 5-paragraph essay's sake,
yeah,
that would probably be it, right?
Maybe, but there's something about like the thing about that book. You don't want a fully fleshed out villain every time you have a story. Like for Woman of Tomorrow,
a lot of people getting angry about that. There's no villains anymore. It's just misunderstood people.
You can just look. Thing is, though, Woman of Tomorrow, it works for him to just be a bad fucker who believes something horrible. He goes about killing weak people. He thinks that they're a detriment.
He thinks that the fact that he can kill them means that they are allowed to be killed. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. But
if he's allowed to do it, and the day that somebody gets the drop on him, that'll be the day that was supposed to happen too. It's that simple for him.
Did you ever watch the thing about Ron Swanson's fucking will
No.
on Parks and Rec? He's got this thing where like I don't know. Adam Scott's character comes in. He's like talking about a will, and he's like, "Oh, that's a lot of paper." And he's like, "Yeah, that's what you have to do for a will." And he's like, "That's not true. My will is one piece of paper. I've had it since I was 12 or 8 years old or some shit." And he pulls it out, and it's like just like a written thing, and it's like it just says like, "All of my possessions will go to the man or animal who fells me." and then it has
got a tattoo of himself.
Yeah, and then it's got some squiggles on it. And fucking Adam Scott goes like, "What is this? What are these weird symbols?" And he goes, "The man who kills me will know."
That's very good. That's a very good bit. God damn, that's good.
Of course, Adam Scott like convinces him. He's like, like if this isn't like legally binding. Like you have a wife and kids now. If you die, your money will go to the government. And he's like, "Where is this lawyer you speak of?" But anyway,
that's a good bit though.
That's a great bit. Yeah.
Oh, so all right. To criticism on criticism. What does it matter? What the fuck does it matter about Krim and the the trafficking and how that works and whether the villain's strong enough? Okay, fine. Okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then all I'm left with is that I find Krim compelling. No, not really.
Nah.
He kind of does that bouncy, that Reservoir Dogs thing.
Yeah, it's sort of that plus a little Leto Joker in there. That's what I was getting out of it mostly.
I didn't get that though because I didn't think Leto's Joker was. I mean, as much as I hate to admit, I sort of enjoyed that interpretation. That like it wasn't altogether unique.
No,
it's not the first time someone's just done enjoying being terrible.
Yeah,
like because it's this. I don't know exactly where the shtick comes from. But the shtick is basically just, look how cute I can be about how awful I'm being. And then you do this love bombing thing where it's like, oh my God, is the food not good enough? And then you like smack him over the head or kill the guy next to him or some shit. It's menacing and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it can make some awesome characters. And that's a trait that's fantastic in all kinds of villains. But it's also something we've seen a lot. And you do have to do well and differently for people to typically care, and this isn't a great example of that.
No, it wasn't particularly compelling, and I didn't need. If they had done the Ruthie and Supergirl relationship, I hate to say more comic accurately, but if they had, it wouldn't have cared that the villain was just evil. I don't need a fucking backstory for why the bad guy's a piece of shit. He's just a fucking piece of shit that needs to die.
Yeah.
We know plenty of those guys.
And I mean, in that sense, I was fine with there just being the premise that she needs to get her dog back and that he killed that family. That was cool. We didn't actually really need the trafficked family in the middle when you get down to it. It's just that's another moment where she loses, and that really intensifies what she's having to single-handedly put up with in this universe. And like that's again, when she flies up into the sky, I get what they're building for there. I can describe, I think, in some moments why this movie is good on paper, because that's what that builds to in it. I can just also tell you why it didn't hit for me and exactly why. Like not in a vague, I kind of don't know. Like we're going through some points here about why.
God, I hope this is Life Aquatic for me. The first 4 times I saw Life Aquatic, I didn't dig it, and for some reason on the last time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. I hope that's what happens. I don't think it will.
I don't know. No, I just don't. I mean, granted, even as we're talking about it, I sort of wish we I don't think you and I have the discipline to almost say hey, let's talk about how it's not the same as the book, and then we'll just after that let's just go over the movie on its own merit. Which I don't think you and I have the. There's too much ADHD between us to stay in that kind of groove, But I do want to point out that there's a difference in those criticisms, and I'll be coming at it from both angles as we go.
I'll try.
I don't know which one I'll be doing at a time, but it'll be to some extent because you pointed this out to me yesterday. I think that was a point you were harping on a lot, was you told me to read the book. it was assigned reading to go read this book.
Right. James Gunn pimped this fucking thing out so much that it went through like 2 or 3 different printings since the announcement.
Bilquis announced another print today that's like an unfinished black and white version of it that looks cool.
Yeah.
It does, but it took everything in me not to say something shitty in the comment because it's like,
why? Who cares?
Yeah, why are you releasing this related to that movie?
Because it's still a good time to release it, and also Bilquis Evely is a fucking fantastic artist. So great that they wound up having her do a poster of the movie. By the way, that the fucking director proudly in interviews said he did not fucking read.
Yeah, and now I hate his stupid little hat. I didn't like it before, but I was willing to forgive him.
Yeah. So yeah, look,
that's just dumb. That's dumb for any number of reasons. One, read the book. It's very good.
Yeah.
Two, we really were assigned this book basically by James Gunn.
We were assigned the book. Goddamn,
you should have to read it too.
The fucking director didn't read it. The writer of the movie didn't understand it. Has
the end wrong. And, granted, though, I kind of want to, like, maybe if we take a break, I'll go pick this up at some point and take another look at it myself. But, like, I do want to see, is there anything, it's not like the end of Killing Joke or something where you legit can interpret that.
I mean, you can interpret it the wrong way. That, like, Tom King literally had to explain it in a 2024 podcast.
Exactly what happens.
This is not ambiguous. Like this, he gets hit in the head and he grabs his head afterward. Like she bops him in the head with a fucking cane and walks away.
Yeah, it's not a killing blow. That's what I'm saying. Like Killing Joke, you can people have gone on for days about whether he actually kills him at the end of that and stuff like that. And like, okay, it kind of cuts away from the frame and you can play with that all day. Like you said though, not this time.
Yeah,
that's not what we're doing here. Yeah, that was a disappointing blow to hear. I didn't read that, and I told you this yesterday. I think there's a chance that Tom King threatened Craig Gillespie and said, "Go out there and tell him you didn't read my goddamn book." He took all the fucking counterterrorism training. He saw the final cut and said got him on the phone and said, I warned you about a bunch of shit and you didn't listen and you're going to go out there and tell him you didn't read this shit.
Yeah, which I would understand.
I kind of would. Now, having said all that bullshit, here's like we're wrong. We're absolutely wrong in the sense that like, yeah, it's completely based on the book. Yeah, they took everything that is in the movie is based somehow on the book. It's just that you didn't get enough of the important parts over, I guess. Like I can't grab any scene out of that movie and say that it came from anywhere else or that it's like entirely whole cloth. It came from the book. It's based on this book. It's just that you didn't grab a couple of very vital pieces of it.
One of my favorite comments came from you and me.
Oh, sorry.
We were walking out of the theater and I pointed out to you. I said, I saw someone online say, Christopher Nolan read 4 different translations of the Odyssey before making his movie. And this motherfucker couldn't even read one comic book.
Yeah.
And we both laughed at that. And then you said, yeah, but to be fair, what Nolan did is fucking stupid too.
Let's find a middle between these 2 points of doing absolutely no homework and writing a dissertation that no one will ever read.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
Here's my favorite thing about that, though, and I didn't even say it that day, but, like, Christopher Nolan's going to be like, I'm going to read 4 different translations of the Odyssey and cut out every interesting fucking thing about the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I get all of it out.
Yeah. I was going to leave something in, and then I found this German translation where it really emphasized how in the 4th act, there's a very interesting thing that happens. And I'm glad it really pointed that out because I was able to eliminate it.
While Odysseus was fucking competing against Penelope's suitors.
Mm-hmm.
there was a wisp of a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get that out of there.
And that was a bit too interesting.
And look at this. I can't have Athena over here doing this. No gods in my universe.
You know what? I've never thought about his content as being like, I don't know, contentless. But,
yeah. I swear to God, I kind of want to watch it just to see if Odysseus at some point puts on a magic knee brace. Telemachus brings him the fucking...
No, this is actually where that would have worked. Like, the ropes fixing a spine would half work in that universe.
Yeah. Telemachus is like, here, father, I built this knee brace.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, have the comedian hand it to you. That's what gives it its power.
Thomas Lennon shambles in.
Yeah. They just smudged him. I mean, if anything with Nolan, I'd be worried that like, it's if you're basing it off Odysseus, it's going to be 4.5 unintelligible hours.
Mm. Oh man. Anyway,
rough. So I mean, I could almost. All right. So major criticism for me then, out of one section of it is, there was a lot of really good material in this book, and you didn't keep enough of it. I'm not saying you threw away everything. Just saying that there's not enough of some of the really great stuff that came over.
Yeah.
Least of which is the fucking art. You could not tell me that Bilquis was involved in any capacity. You can't tell me that the people in charge of their social media got to pass it. I mean, you can't. I mean, nothing in the world of the marketing, in the world of the inspirations, of the flavoring, hell, in the clothes the motherfuckers are wearing in their press junkets are as colorless as the film I just saw. It's everything someone complained about with Snyder. Mm-hmm. But actually true this time. Well, I know it's probably true with Snyder too, but as far as the grading goes, but
yeah, like, man, I like all of the marketing for this film, they didn't know what they were going for, like vibrant neon punk rock fucking colors out the ass. To the point that I am still half in love with Peter Safran's jacket on one day of this particular one, that I was like, God damn, I'll take that thing. They were popping. Again, I was willing to forgive Craig and his silly hats, the whole thing. And then, like, the movie itself, like the different planets, they're all visually generic. They're all brown, mucky, murky. Looks like a bunch of fucking superpowered catfish fighting in a damn lake. Clouds of fucking brown smoke, dusting up the sod in the bottom of the lake. Like, there's not anything to represent the representative of the imagination that we got in the book. And I'm like, you literally had the blueprints. You had those books. Like, I don't understand how you did, even if you, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand.
Any hint of the palette coming over, just in a hint of it. It was as though they used the book as an example of, okay, well, all right, well, you see what we got here. Let's not do any of that. Let's start fresh. Like, okay.
And then it's like, you know what goes really good with murky, dark fucking backgrounds? Quickly edited action scenes that are so difficult to follow, you don't even know what the fuck's happening.
I genuinely didn't. It felt like bad action scenes in video games. Like the cut scenes that don't quite work, and then you're in the action and you're like several meters over from where you're supposed to be for no good reason. Yeah.
And then it was like they were like, you know what? No, this still looks too good. I could still follow the action. Well, what if we made the CGI worse as the movie progressed?
Yeah.
What if it was entirely sure that her head wasn't on her body?
Yeah, the flying got bad at the end of this. It forgivably bad. Like a lot of the CGI, honestly, I as far as like, was it good? I'm with you to pile on. Was it any worse than any of the movie? Nah, not really. The flying didn't look great, but flying's hard to get right. Flying didn't look great in Superman either, as far as that goes. Flying never looks great. You know why? Because it's fucking flying.
Right.
Crypto didn't look great. You know why? Because it's hard to do entirely CGI characters.
Yeah.
I'm willing to forgive all the CGI in the movie. I don't actually care about that one. Not me, personally.
It aggravates me to some degree.
I get it aggravating you. They didn't knock it out of the park, but like, it's not really something I actually walked away caring about when it comes down to it.
I mean, if the story had been really good, I would probably not even mention it.
Yeah, you'd move right on.
I would be like, oh man, well, I mean, it looked a little dodgy here, but
I would still, the flying in that very last scene, I'd still be like, yeah, that flying was weird, right?
Yeah.
If this was the third time I'd seen this movie, in that movie, I'd still be looking at it and be like, man, that flying is not getting any better on the third viewing. Like it would.
Yeah.
That part wouldn't change.
But yeah, Evely's artwork is like the bright and shining star of that fucking entire book. Like,
yeah.
It eats up every inch of surface. Like, and this, I don't understand how they looked. Well, they didn't.
Yeah,
apparently
that's the key. That
like,
they didn't.
It's so disappointing. It's such a bummer.
That part is. I mean, all right. So the lack of pulling over the parts.
Wonder. It's fucking bullshit.
That part was gone.
Sorry.
I mean, so the parts that they brought over that still stuck. I can see. All right. So here's the parts of the writing and what pulled from the book that I liked, as far as what they did manage to pull over that worked, was like, I don't mind this version of Supergirl that I saw. I really like, Millie did a great job. She looks fucking great in the role. I actually genuinely understand why someone walked in with it. That she's got an attitude about her. I get it. Like, I get how she could be a great Supergirl. I get why we're here. But like, there was just, to say there's nothing built around that is putting it very mildly. Like, I don't know. Let me try to put it another way here.
Yeah, put it another way.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I'm not quite picking up that train of thought. I don't think.
All right, so let's put it this way. So the actual version of her that's there, like I like this version. I like the character, the actual character that's been portrayed on screen.
Yeah.
I like her just fine. I like the choices she made for the most part. I'm not a huge fan of the death at the end, but like, not because she did it, because I feel like it just missed. I feel like we just needed like one or two extra lines. Anyway, I like that she's different from. There's nothing about the actual portrayal of Supergirl here that I didn't like. That's fine. Like, this isn't even a movie that made me not look forward to seeing her again. If anything, I'm like,
I look forward to someone better being in charge.
Someone
of her.
else handling it. Yeah. But if I liked her, I don't think I'll mind not seeing Ruthie again. But like, her story's tied up. Like, there isn't, as a part of this universe being built, I like it just fine. I many times felt like I should have been watching this at home for what I was looking at sometimes. But like, the actual Supergirl that came over, cool. The journey of where she goes, the actual kind of bus trip, so to speak, or being dropped off at the end, but bus gets hijacked, I guess. But like, the actual road trip part, the revenge quest, all that, that got pulled over. That did just fine. I had no problem with the revenge quest.
I did.
That part went well. I mean, it's basically a revenge story. I'm good with it.
Yeah, but I'm sitting there going like, Kara, what? Like, you have, I'm so dark in my soul. Like, I've had all this shit. Like for Kara to have all this like fucking knowledge about seeking revenge and how it doesn't help. I'm like, what the fuck revenge did you have to go through? Like, who were you seeking revenge for that you know all about this shit, Kara? Because you haven't had to deal with that. Your fucking world blew up.
Yeah,
and then your people got radiation poisoning. That had nothing to do with any fucking revenge.
Well, so that's a point. That's a thing that I don't think it works for me, because for me, mentioning offhand somewhere like the gods weren't that kind, and then just saying you want revenge, I, being who I am, fill in all the gaps and be, yeah, she's mad at God. Yeah, like the villain's God for her. Like, I get it. I'll write that I'll headcanon that in just fine.
Yeah.
The film doesn't give me that. Like, for her, that's the bad guy. That's who she wants revenge on, is God, the universe, and everything. Whatever the fuck did this to her. And she has not had a good run. Like, that part's, it's a bad hand, for sure.
Sure.
So, I get wanting revenge against the universe, and that's maybe the shorthand of what happened here. But I don't think the film gives that to me. That's just my takeaway. That's just what I'm relating to in it.
Yeah, that's like you.
That's what I'm putting in there.
Jacking that shit out of like the fucking bottom of the pan after a fucking gnarly fry fest. Like, because the only way it fucking works on that level is if she had killed a god who she believed was responsible and then still felt empty. Like, for her to have that take on revenge, and you know, I like the way the book handled that part where she was just like, you know, no, I don't want you to do it because that, you know, that's something you don't want to do that shit.
Yeah,
but then she's like, she's gonna do it, and Ruthie's like, no, don't you do it either, because you know, fucking that. I mean, there's something to be said about that, like where she's like, no, I don't want you to do it either. Like, that's not something you need to have on you, aside from all the fucking grief that we both have. Like, the comic did their parallel grief story very well.
Yeah,
and
they learn from each other, the whole thing. And
we got a lot more in the book of like small intimate moments between her and Ruthie, where like it really was almost like a big sister adoption kind of thing. Like, their relationship was earned and made sense to me, and made me really love that relationship. And yeah, man, I just didn't feel it here. I didn't feel anything here.
Here it doesn't translate. And take the book out of it. Take the book out of it for a second, and I'll just go at the film version. I started to worry early on. I didn't tell you about this one, I don't think. There's like you may. I'm kind of wondering if you clocked it too, but the bar fight thing, cool. Love the bar fight. Up to the point where we see the bar fight and the sword and all that, like we're actually pretty close to the book too. Like, again, now let's take the book out of it, but like up to the bar fight and the scene, feeling pretty good about the movie. Swinging around the tusk, beating the crap out of the dude, all good. She's pretty charming, cool. The next day, like in the morning, Ruthie's doing her best to insinuate herself on that ship, right? At some point, where does this happen exactly? Remind me exactly where it is. But she says, you stay here with Crypto, and I'll go blah, 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 blah. So I guess it's after Crypto's shot. She assigns Ruthie, you stay here with Crypto and so-and-so.
Yeah.
Under what pretense? This is something I clocked early as like, wait, y'all don't know each other like that. Like, you walked into a bar last night, and this woman got your sword back, and then you came back the next morning thinking, holy shit, I found the jackpot. And then, I mean, just while you're trying to talk to her, her dog gets shot. Now she's mad at the guy, and she's going to go off and kill him probably. Like, she's probably going to go fuck him up.
Try to get that antidote.
Yeah. I mean, but she told him, I'm not going to go kill him. And she told him straight up, your revenge didn't get in the way of me saving my dog, which is the same fucking decision I'd make. I get it. So again, I'm rooting for everything here so far. No problems. One of the first lines though was when she tells Ruthie, like, you stay here with so-and-so. Again, like, y'all don't know each other. If I'm Ruthie, I feel bad for your dog, but I just met both of you, and like, thanks for saving my sword, but I guess you're fucking useless to me, and I hope it works out, but I'm going to go back to that bar with whatever you've left in it and try to find someone to complete this mission for me now. Because like, I don't know you like that, and I feel bad for your dog, but like, I got shit to do. Right.
Yeah. I think Supergirl just didn't want Ruthie to be in harm's way, and Ruthie was like,
she's just trying to pawn her off, but she's trying to assign her like, you stay here with the dog. Like, y'all don't know each other.
Right.
You've known each other for 12 hours.
And Ruthie is like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that, because you're going to find this motherfucker. I'm going to be there with you.
Yeah. Like, but the film was making an early assumption that they were together in a way that I was like, well, y'all, hold on, y'all didn't establish that.
I didn't feel that with that. I didn't get that. I just got like, Supergirl was just trying desperately to get her the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, but in that sense, you say like, I'm picking on the wording too much here, but like, yeah, you can stay with Crypto. There was a lot of pawning off ways to do it, but the way she did it in that scene read to me like, you stay here with Crypto, I'll go do it so-and-so. And Ruthie's like participating in it like, I'm not just going to stay here with Crypto. What do you mean I'm not just going to stay here with Crypto? Bitch, just leave. Like,
yeah,
you just met her. She just told you to fuck off, and she's not taking the deal. Go back, find another park.
Yeah, I get what you were saying too, though. Yeah.
Also, I mean, I know, and like the plot continues because that's not that little line is not that important. Like it's not. They both move right past it. She stays anyway. All that, but I didn't like where they were coming from. Like the characters don't know each other this way, and then it kind of continues that way. They do eventually get to talking. Kind of midway through, we have a couple conversations. She has a lot of Krypton flashbacks. Krypton flashbacks pretty good.
Okay. One thing I did like about that is that her mom or whatever was like, it'd be like your the brother that sent his son off to be the fucking colonizer of an entire planet or whatever.
Yeah,
conqueror
that
of a planet.
Poor sweet boy off to conquer planets.
Yeah, and they were. It just the feeling was both like, fucking
what a cunt. Yeah, like they're. Yeah. And that was a promise kept. Because I think I even kind of implied, like, look, you're gonna start to see what maybe other people thought of. Like he's not like this is what he thought. Like he alone or they. He and mom thought like that was that is not uniform. You're gonna see later. And like
I love and hate the way people were like, oh my god, oh, you telling me, Car, I didn't know what they, oh no. I mean, yeah, but do you not have crazy fucking uncles? I have crazy fucking uncles. Most of them are dead now, but
yeah, I mean,
I have crazy fucking uncles. Like where you're just like, oh yeah, I don't know, fucking, that one over there, he's talking about the fucking end times again, and how there's a computer called the Beast, and he's growing fucking potatoes and beans in his backyard because we're gonna lose everything. Because the Y2K is happening. Like,
of course,
like we fucking have crazy uncles.
Yeah.
People have crazy uncles.
Yeah.
So Kara's parents were like, oh yeah, God, you should have met Jor-El.
Yeah. No, and you have the hint that like
devastatingly attractive guy, but totally bonkers.
But no, what you have there was a hint in that delivery that like everyone was just like looking for the chance to call CPS, whatever Krypton CPS was on. Like they are indoctrinating this poor sweet little kid with some weird bullshit, and like I don't like it, but like I can't. They're not. Technically they're not doing anything, and I can't say anything yet.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a lot of families I've met down here.
Yeah. They could have had another like little scene where like as he's like sending her off, he could be like, by the way, please make sure your cousin isn't conquering that world.
Yeah. Yeah. that would have been funny too. And that would have been it. Again, the movie, there's another issue with the movie. It occasionally would throw something that was funny, but I didn't know when it was going to be funny, so it was kind of hard to brace myself. Not that the lines weren't or the beats weren't there. It's just I didn't know when they were hitting, so they didn't hit for me always. But that would have been spectacular, though, on Krypton somewhere before the loading out process. Oh, and you should really check in on your cousin.
Yeah.
They gave him some fucked up instructions.
Yeah.
Here's a copy of the tape. I mean, like, seriously, it's not good.
like, please check in on Jor-El. You know your uncle. She's like, rolls her eyes like, oh my God.
God, yeah. Did he tell him? Yeah, he told him. Like, you should.
Yeah. They're like, go fucking.
See, that.
Harems.
That would have been funny too. Oh, that would have made the scene too. Where like, yeah, and I actually liked the scene where we talked to this already because that was a release pre-movie where she gets out and she's talking about the underwear. But how much more fun would that be? Like she's sitting there silently as he's speaking in English and doing all the smiling and politely grabbing her bag, and she's doing the thing, and like instead of just that whole comedy beat being like, why is he in his underpants? Mm-hmm. Just been like, he doesn't look like a conqueror, or like he's smiling a lot.
Yeah.
And then like look around at the wasteland and be like, did he kill everyone? Is this what the planet looks like now? Like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of that would have been great. There were some missed opportunities for sure in several places.
I'm not sure that would have been a good idea. It would have made me laugh, but
yeah,
I think I would have probably not put that in myself. But
I would have. Fuck. Absolutely.
Yeah, it could have been fun. Now, one criticism of Krypton. Well, I'll do a quick good and bad. Hey, that last shot, like when she's in the thing, and you just see like her dad's face, and then it gets tiny, and the whole thing gets tiny. Great shot. Kind of crazily what that might actually look like in a weird way. Great shot though. Looked fantastic, and as far as I got like a real feeling of loneliness from that, which was what they were going for. So again, great filmmaking right there for a second. But before that, here's one of those things where I'm gonna have to say, like, I don't know that I have a great counter solution. So know that, but and like I know that in a film like this, it's a tricky thing, but I don't think captions and the Kryptonian language was the right call.
Oh, I was fine with it.
I really don't. I don't think relying on captions for me, it doesn't hit at all for a scene that long and that emotional to be something that I'm reading the whole time. Like I could see their faces, but then I have to stop seeing their faces to go down and read. And I can kind of do both at the same time, but not in the way that I want to. I mean, I can't really lose myself in like the visual and then bounce down and read the same. It doesn't, that hurts me as a viewer. Now, I don't know if that's on me or not. And there's like 40% of the world prefers captions right now. So there's a lot of just, that's going to be on me going on here. But man, I don't know if it was the right choice. It's some of the most deeply, it may be probably the most emotional long beat of the film. You know, I mean, and it's her whole back. It's where she's telling Ruthie that, I'm not talking out of my ass. I've seen more grief than you could imagine, blah, blah, blah. And that kind of, this is her pouring her heart out, and I just read the whole thing, and I couldn't spend time living, like empathizing with their faces as much as I wanted to, and like hearing them do it. And on top of that, you've invented a language that occasionally sounded goofy.
They weren't speaking Shakespearean English, so I'm good. I liked it.
Which you pointed out is a major improvement over every Kryptonian version we've had before.
Yeah, it's like, verily.
Yeah,
I mean, no, fuck.
That is stilted, fired Shakespeare actor is that we've done that too many times too. Yeah. I get it.
And it wasn't Kevin Sorbo or anything weird like that. No, I also like, came up with like Star Trek and sci-fi movies where like, yeah, there's going to be some aliens. They're going to say some stuff and you're going to have to read that. So I fucking actually like it because it feels more epic.
It can. It can. There's something about like the way, and it wasn't her lines. It was Krumholtz's lines that kept sounding silly.
Well, that's just because it came out of fucking David Krumholtz's mouth.
Maybe that was his fault then. I don't know. But occasionally he would say something and I would be taken aback by just it sounding like he said it wrong in a language that I've never even heard before. She sounded fine. If anything, like there was these set reports before where it was like, yeah, we were shocked because it's a whole new language. She just come in ready to go. Like, yeah, she came in prepped. Like, she's doing a great job. Good. But I mean, that's not overwhelmingly special. It just means she's done a great job prepping and that she's good at her job. I mean, like, that's A+ work, but like, it's not a press junket piece. It's like, it's not even the same as saying like Margot Robbie did all the actual stunts in Birds of Prey, because that's fucking wicked. Like, remembering some lines that are spoken in a language that no one knows is very difficult. But I thought it was odd that we were pointing it out in the press things. But then again, you're sitting there for fucking 14 hours, right? Like, eventually you just talk about whatever the fuck you can, right? So there's that. But now that I'm thinking about all this out loud here, maybe it's just because he was doing it real bad on set, and they were real proud of her after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, he took me out. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was him and not that. I don't know. But it sounded weird occasionally, and I would rather have not just been reading that. I would rather have just heard them actually say these things.
Yeah. No, that didn't occur to me at all. You know what I mean? Like,
you
that
son of a bitch, betraying me.
I'm not betraying
people. I thought you loved me.
I do. What was more jarring for me was just like, I felt like the inclusion of the flashback scenes where they were took me out.
Structurally?
Yeah, like structurally and just the pacing, the pacing and like the location of those scenes in the movie was too much. It was just it was off to me, and I didn't like it. Like, And I was also annoyed by it, just like because I was like, oh god, okay, now it's time to do that.
You know, I do, now that you mention it, I do remember thinking, like, all right, so the Argo scenes go on for like a little while. It's like a 10-minute excursion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sort of pop back in the movie. I remember in the theater thinking, oh wow, we're back in the movie now. Like that, but like I remember that being one of the moments that felt really good. Like I liked the Argo stuff. I think that was one of the better parts of this movie. I think they spent a lot of time on that, and for the most part, I wish they had done a different choice on the Kryptonian thing. But that's the kind of thing that, like, if I'd loved this movie, I'd be nitpicking, like, yeah, I wish they'd done that differently. But it's a hard choice you were making because, again, let me elucidate that. We're gonna visit how many civilizations? You've got to have some kind of what they even called the common tongue and all. It's a hard thing to keep track of. And it's very easy to have a bunch of nerds yell at you because you've done this kind of thing wrong. I get it. It's not easy. Again, like a choice that I might be like, I might have done that differently. But as it stood in here, I thought all the scenes in Argo felt pretty great, other than that. But like it bounces back into the movie that I thought that was one of the good edits and one of the good placements for me. Like we were it gave me time to breathe, I think, like it was supposed to. Mm-hmm. I think that part actually worked for me in a movie that the pacing was mostly an issue for me on.
Yeah.
But then, by the way, here's something that I've seen a lot of people, this is the other part of the discourse where, man, like, again, I know every fucking conversation online devolves into nonsense. That's the natural state of things, right? Mm-hmm. It's the space between... It's the space before that happens that I'm measuring here. And I've just never seen it get so quickly to stupid takes so fast, So like one of the things people got onto over and over again was the lighting sucks. But then you just have people talking over each other and not understanding at all. There's a lot because I saw people write, fucking 13 threads, whatever the fuck you call that, I guess, like 13 whatevers. Whole essays online about the lighting and then what they were responding to was like they would be talking about like the Kryptonian suns and how like the color grading and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, they said lighting, not color grading. That's different things. Those are different things for a reason. Like in the scene where they're talking to each other in that little cubby hole in the closet in the back there, and like that's bad lighting. I can barely see half their face. Like it was weird lighting in the movie, in the theater. I remember thinking the light's wrong. That's what they're talking about. Like, not the use of different suns and again, people talking over and at and through each other in ways that they're not even connecting right now. It's scary. I'm terrified. Yeah, terrified of things weird out there.
So yeah, To pop back a little bit to what I was trying to say before, I think I got lost.
Me too.
As I do. I think a lot of the reason that the ending of this movie didn't land for me was because Ruthie never develops much beyond I want revenge.
You're talking about the stabbing part of the.
Well, I mean, just she doesn't. There's
which
no
part of the
growth.
ending are you talking about though? Because
the part where Ruthie doesn't develop because she doesn't, where she doesn't develop and she just wants revenge. Like that's what I'm talking about.
That's the only through line.
Yeah, and like the film goes on and there's all this talk about like from Kara about like revenge corrupts you, never shows you that, and I think they wasted Lobo. I think probably what they should have done was have Lobo be a counterbalance and a foil for Kara, as Kara is saying, hey, here are all these things that I believe about revenge. Lobo should have been like, all right, you're preaching to the fucking kid. Why do you believe this?
Yeah, he could have pushed her point. They could have
Lobo
learned about each other because he was antagonizing her.
Right. And that way you don't get Lobo shoehorned into this film, just sort of showing up here and there like, whoops, well, here's Lobo again.
Yeah, if he was not there, it would make zero difference.
Yeah. Like,
which I hate.
Well, apparently Kara would have died if Lobo hadn't been there to save her ass.
Yeah, but which is also annoying. Like there's
But it should have been a battle for Ruthie's soul between Lobo and Kara.
That would have been one way to do it. Now, I mean, granted, there would have been some complaints from some Lobo people saying, hey man, like as Lobo points out, I have a code and it's iron and all that stuff. Great. Well, you didn't tell us about any of that. I do know enough about your character to know that that's true, and that depending on the day and the writer, Lobo could be a guy that could be anti-revenge. I could see it. He's also, but he lives in the bounty world where okay. So for him, killing's about money. That's what this is. This is transactional. It's pure. It's if anything, it's morally sound. I mean, that's what it's a transaction. I'm doing a job, man.
Look, I know he's problematic right now, but if you go back to 2005, how great would it have been to see Adam Baldwin doing Lobo?
That would have been kind of funny. Yeah.
Like, you got Jane from Firefly talking about the same exact thing. I'll do a lot of things for money.
Yeah.
I'll kill a man in a fair fight. Or if I think he's going to start a fair fight.
Yeah.
Or if there's a woman. But mostly if I'm getting paid.
God, that was a good line. It's a bunch of jackasses that were in their prime at the time. Making
eating people alive? Where's that get fun?
Yeah, he would have done a good job. But in this version though, he just didn't have to be here. He just didn't have to be here. Like he comes and goes. There was, I liked it. It's deadly accurate. Of course it is.
But because this movie flopped, we'll never get that R-rated Lobo movie.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. And it's partly because he wasn't integrated enough. Like, he does stand out, but he stands out kind of for good and bad reasons. One, because he's a lot of fun, and he's a lot of fun in a movie that if you're just enjoying it, and for the people who've just enjoyed this and don't have the criticisms that we have, I think he's just also extra fun. In that case, great. He's gravy. Enjoy yourselves, guys. I enjoyed him for what he is, but he's not necessary here. Like, he didn't develop the plot in the slightest. He didn't complicate it much, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he makes it worse, but yeah, again, like for him, revenge would be like let's say you stiffed him on a bounty. You could call that revenge, I guess, but it's more transactional. I don't know. Like, it's just not really, like, revenge is sloppy and emotional. Yeah. That's not what he's about.
Yeah.
I mean, anger is an emotion, but he only uses that insofar as it's, more of a fuel kind of situation.
Yeah, well, they kind of played at it a little bit here where, like, Lobo is, like, genuinely impressed with Ruthie.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then, like, he's like, hey, she wants her revenge. I'm going to give it to her. I don't care. He respects her enough as, she's a tenacious little...
That was one of the arcs I like, is that, like, well, you point... All right, so I'm going to have to take what you told me as the interpretation. Because I was wondering, again, the action in this movie is chaotic. Sometimes in a good way, but mostly not.
Right.
And this one, he's gonna drop her. I don't know how. Right, he's gonna drop Krim. Sorry, yeah. And on top of her, how is this not using Krim to assault the child? Your interpretation, I think, was like he just respects Ruthie so much that he knows she's got it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. I like that. And it means that, like, yeah, he kind of sensed that this is a little badass, and then she really impressed him with the thing in the jail. And okay. So as a through line and that being a payoff, I like your interpretation a lot more. I still don't know how it works though.
I like to think that in that scene, Lobo knows what the filmmakers don't, which is that Ruthie has to be genuinely tested.
I guess.
For her art to feel earned?
Yeah,
there has to be some sort of a test.
And she was tested by the filmmakers.
Lobo somehow knows.
He truly did break the fourth wall. I mean, like, look, to the point that Lobo kind of at some point just drives away. And in the theater, I'm sitting there thinking, like, I mean, it was cool, but, like, that's it? Really? Like,
I mean, he pops back in to watch Kara kill Krim.
Yeah, and I like that as a sidebar. But again, like, the revenge is messy. It's not his style. He's gonna let other people do some messy shit like that. He's not interested in that. If it doesn't have to do with him getting money for booze and ladies, then he's just not interested. So I get though that he would applaud that in somebody else, and they know each other to some extent. I guess maybe she knows who he is.
Yeah.
Through reputation at least. I don't know that he knows her.
Yeah,
but also, who does know who she is?
See, yeah, that's the other thing is like in the comic, she was always wearing that Supergirl outfit and everyone knew who the fuck she was.
Yeah, she advertised who she was the entire time. She was just getting drunk in the outfit, basically. But
yeah,
I don't know if Lobo really knows who. So, like, it would make sense if she wants to see him, if she wants to see her, or sorry, if he wants to see her kill him. That could be because, I mean, he kind of knows what she's gone through to some extent. Those lines that I keep saying I think are missing from that scene about like, hey, I'm telling her not to do this because I don't want to see her break, but like one of my big secrets is I already kind of did break, so like I'm gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted a little bit of a bow on that if that was what we were going for. I think that would have put a little more emphasis on that to me. But if that's the case, then like, is that something Lobo knows about? I mean, otherwise, is he just wanting to know how this wraps up? I mean, I think he does just think Krim should die.
Yeah.
And that's altogether, he's interested in making sure that he does. I think he thinks that dude should probably go.
Yeah. I think Lobo is an anti-hero to some degree.
If it was no sweat off his back and he was just going to kill the guy that was doing a bunch of child trafficking, he would cross the street to end him real quick and be on his way. He's an anti-hero when it's not putting him out, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, he does. He's one of those in the hands of the writer kind of characters, like more than a lot are. Really, I mean, like up there with like these days Harley Quinn's more of just like a hero. But you know how she was like 15, 20 years ago, where depending on which run you caught her in.
Yeah, they couldn't figure out what they were doing with her. Like, she's a hero in one book, and then another one she's killing children. Like,
yeah.
That was like a whole thing. Whereas, like, these books are supposed to be happening roughly at the same time, and
contains multitudes. That one.
Harley just bombed children.
Contains multitudes. But the reason I wanted to know what does Lobo know about her is like he says, "What? Aren't you the ditz at the bar?" I was saying that about you too. There's 1,000 funnier lines you guys could have gone with there, but does he know her? I can't tell. And also, while we're at it though, and the big point that I want to get to, why does Krim know what to juice her with?
Yeah, I don't know.
In the course of this film, why does Krim know to kryptonite poison her?
Right. It's a thing they took from the comic, but the comic, it made sense because everyone was like, hey, that Kryptonian bitch, Supergirl, is coming after you. We all know who Supergirl is.
Yeah. And like there's a whole sideline there where he's like building powerful weapons and he's using them in certain ways. And there's a bit of a cat and mouse kind of situation, but like he knows who's coming for him.
Right. And he also uses like a teleportation device to make sure that like they're on like the other side of the fucking galaxy.
Exactly.
Like Superman, if at his fastest speeds, would never be able to find her.
Yeah, he literally magics himself to the other side, but he does that on purpose because again, he knows it's a Kryptonian. He knows that he can use magic. He like Krim in the book knows his enemy and is planning accordingly.
Yeah.
Because again, sociopath or psychopath, whatever version you want to. I think sociopath.
It's a bit of
his only interest is to keep killing. He doesn't even care if Supergirl takes him down one day. He's just trying to make sure his body count gets as high as he can before it happens.
Yeah.
And that involves staving her off.
He's a little like, Cosmic Craven.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. But I've got a lot more time. I mean, it takes longer to read One of Tomorrow. Well, I mean, you can speed read if you want to, but if you're actually sitting down to read that, it takes a little more than 2 hours, I think, to read that book. It's 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. It's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
And Bilquis's work is so goddamn compelling that it's going to take you 25 to 50% longer than the words, just because you're going to get caught on a couple pages looking at some stuff. And it's one of those where the panels are saying so much that it is one of those books where occasionally you do have to, somewhat like the writer maybe should have, make sure you understand the action sometimes. Because, comic books sometimes will tell a story a certain way. You do have to do a little bit of heavy lifting as a reader sometimes and make sure you're interpreting this correctly. It isn't that straightforward all the time. I mean, yeah, but like, it's important for a reason. If you don't do it, we get here.
Yeah. I do wonder how much Momoa got paid for this and if it was even worth it for the amount of time he was in.
I don't know. I don't think they
He
probably had to
should've-
pay him too much.
He should have been part of it. He should have just been like just tagging along. There's no point, or just not there.
Like, not there would have been fine. I genuinely don't know why he is there. I mean, I thought it would have been that he was written into the script more. You know what? Now that I'm saying that, now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe this script thinks it has him written in more than it does.
Mm-hmm.
To me. So I think I'm possibly arguing a moot point.
There's no telling how much was cut.
Yeah, now I'm hearing rumors about 25 minutes. And I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I don't know where those are coming from. I don't know why the 25 would be cut exactly. If the 25 is true, that it's just some rumor mill grist bullshit right this second. I don't really know.
We already do know that this movie had some real production problems. They went through 4 fucking composers. At least.
Yeah, I did hear about the score having some problems.
They went through like 45 different songs for that ending song.
Now.
And then James Gunn was the one who apparently said, "Oh, use Jimmy Eat World's the middle." Like we haven't fucking heard that song in a million fucking movies and commercials. Like, please pick a different song in the fucking middle.
You say that, and then here's the sad part. You'll have to give me like one line of the lyrics real quick to help me out, to remind me what that song is. I know.
Take some time.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those where like, as soon as you do it, I'm like, yeah, I got it. But deeply forgettable song to me. I don't like it. Didn't like it to begin with. I don't find it to be charming. Just
it's
one
like
of those.
Every teen comedy fucking trailer of the 90s.
Exactly. It's just one of those songs that was around when I was coming up.
Lyrics fit.
Didn't care
Lyrics
for it.
fit what the moment is supposed to be.
Yeah, and yes. And a lot of people said, hey, I kind of get lyrically why this was thing, but I did see some criticism from some other people that were like, yeah, but they didn't earn those lyrics with Ruthie's story.
They thought they did. They tried to.
I think that was the idea, was they thought they did, and we get there, and maybe they do. But here's what I do know. For some reason, in trying to recall the song that they've used, I keep getting the song Rockabye. I don't know why.
Oh, God.
And I'm not happy about it.
I was just talking to Bethany, my wife, about this, about that song. I can't remember why she mentioned it, but there's that great clip of The Office where Michael is sad and he's just blasting Rockabye in the office, and Jim comes in there to stop him and turns it off and suggests something to him, and Michael just stares at the desk and goes, I need Mullins.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like literally like 2 days ago.
No, that's why. I was trying to remember why that keeps getting semantically in there. It's the everything's gonna be all right. Anyway, it's because it has like a similar kind of bullshit right there. I have never hated a needle drop more in my entire fucking life.
Then what?
Than this one.
Oh, really?
I mean, the song's okay. It's not like it's one of those songs that I only hate because I've been forced to listen to it 7,000 times.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be an innocuous song on like, oh yeah, remember that song we used to listen to in the 90s? It would just be a whatever, but I've heard it a lot, and I don't have any particular care for it. It's not even that I just hate the song here. And honestly, the cover sounds great. Sounds like the artist put a lot of heart into that. It sounds like it's probably a great cover.
They dropped the tempo. I didn't really care for it. It's got that like sort of like a mixture of like a sort of a lilty, mousy voice, but also that fucking cursive singing thing that they do now. Like we refer to it in our house. We refer to it as house because of some fucking commercial where there's a kid upset and crying, and there's like a thunderstorm or something, and the fucking lady is like house, baby. I'm like, and she's saying hush, but they've got to put this fucking stank on it.
Is this like the Lana Del Rey kind of thing where everything's, well, I guess stank on it is a way to do it.
Everybody's got to talk like this.
Extra syllables and all the words and all that.
Well, they've got to make everything. It's like they're fucking trying to sing like a cat meows.
I think this might be Lana Del Rey's fault.
But they're also putting they're lisping everything on purpose.
Uh-huh.
It's so fucking annoying. I hate that shit. It's like if you ever watch Love Island, every fucking song that they every needle drop on that show is like
there's an old like lounge style that did a very like Zsa Zsa Gabor kind of version of this kind of thing. Like there's an old lounge singing style that like the Goldie Hawn cover of A Hard Day's Night. Like for some reason the one that's coming to mind. But yeah, like that style I think that's where I think it comes from. Is that old crooning?
It's sort of like a cat in heat is trying to croon like the old days.
Right.
Trying
yeah. You literally
like,
just
shut the fuck up.
Horny cat singing for its supper is what you got there. And like, yeah, I can get that. Oh no, I liked the cover just fine as far as I could hear, but I couldn't hear it. All I could think was, this can't be what you used. This can't be what you used. It doesn't fit. The lyrics, I guess, fit okay, but the scene is complete chaos. And I know what you're going for here is the slowed down, pull out, silent. I get the beat. We've seen it 1,000 times. I know the beat. This isn't the song for it. Completely subjective statement. So, I think, the people that are going to side with me here are something like in the 70-30 area right now. If I had to just throw out a number from what I'm kind of roughly getting in the comments sections of shit.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like maybe like a third or less people are like, yeah, that song really worked. Most people, a lot of the reviews I'm seeing that are like, even, yeah, I really liked the movie. I don't know about that last song.
Yeah.
I thought it was terrible. And the thing, like you said, 45 different tries? Dude, just play the fucking Blondie song. Just play the fucking Blondie song. Play Call Me.
Yeah.
It's perfect right there. It's perfect.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I cannot believe we're having this conversation. That's the dumbest goddamn. It's like they went, no, that would be too perfect. What else can we do? Okay, great, but you gotta beat it. You gotta beat that. You gotta beat the it's too good. Let's do something more clever with something more clever.
And I'm like, I want to know, like, how did they go through so many composers?
I don't know. The composer thing is weird.
Were the composers just going like, I can't deal with this?
No, I would love to know more about that one day. I don't even really know how to guess. Genuinely, no. I don't have like I don't even know how to speculate. I can almost name things I can rule out rather than speculate.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a weird one.
But
fucking Justice League got replaced once.
This is
like
well, I mean, look, man, I'll be honest. This puts a huge damper on the rest of the DCU for me. Like, I don't know because now I don't have faith.
No, I get that it shakes the faith, and I think it should. Because it's
especially with Anna Nagura's over here fucking writing Wonder Woman. I'm told. Like,
look, man, I get it. Everybody has off days.
That's quite an off day.
It is quite an off day.
That's a whole lot of off days.
That's a lot of off day.
Fucking, I understand the ending of the fucking book.
Yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna have to, for optimism's sake, rely on the look, man. We're all gonna learn lessons some kind of which way. I think at this point, if anyone there is hired and doesn't read the source material again, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do. I think someone might actually kill them. I think someone might actually just kill them at a convention. I don't know what the fucking. That seems impossible. So like they I don't know. Like maybe that's why they shut down the goddamn CERN machine this weekend. I don't fucking know. But like that would be crazy. So I'm almost gonna have to just bet on the human experience of it all.
Mm-hmm.
That like these are people who got here because they're very good. And for all the bitching, it's a C. It's a C movie. For all my bitching about it, it's okay. It just had so many chances to be great.
It had so many chances to be great, and they had a nearly perfect blueprint sitting right there, telling them what scenes to do, what shots, like the very cinematic style Evely has. I don't understand how they got so much of it wrong. I sincerely don't. It was right there, begging to be used.
Yeah, and. So many parts of it were. It's in the sense that it's an adaptation. Yeah, it's an adaptation, and it didn't use all the source material. I'm mad about that too because the source material was way better than what I just looked at. but like I don't want to. Even for my sake, I don't want to be just as I don't even want to be as boring as that complaint. Oh, it's not as good as the book. Well, fuck, can't I do better? Yeah, I can. The movie itself, on its face, has problems.
Yeah.
It's grayer than it needs to be. Like it just you. I mean, yeah, you wanted her in the suit earlier. I get that. I could give or take the suit itself, but differentiate these planets a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how the action works a little bit better. Like that bus scene with the teleporters. How do the teleporters work? I still don't know. I watched the whole scene. Sometimes she teleports under, I don't know, some giant alien. Sometimes she teleports just like behind the person that she clearly, like sometimes she is controlling it with, that hungover drunken master Zen level of awareness kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then other times she's like in the fucking cargo hold. I don't know which one is happening, and the rules aren't made clear.
Yeah.
And then certain set pieces are just the major set piece of Supergirl fighting on top of a hangar was done previously. The last time I saw Supergirl, she fought on top of a hangar, or what looked like a giant hangar on top of it. Just a giant CGI flat place with video game fucking pieces of equipment around. I don't know. It looks like a fucking video game hangar. Everything up there looks like the same goddamn thing. Shit with military equipment, I guess. Whatever you want to call that. Just looks the same. And fuck, the one in the Flash was done better. Probably. I mean, This one wasn't bad. It just...
Her fighting in Flash looked better.
Probably looked a little bit better. It was a little bit more dynamic. But again, a major criticism of this movie that like you and I had the same... I was glad you said this too, because we both came out with the same kind of thing. The whole thing feels cramped.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone complain about
as fuck.
Yeah, I haven't seen this complaint online. To my knowledge, I don't think we're repeating anyone here. A lot of the stuff that we've talked about, I've seen. I don't know, man. I mean, we're not breaking new ground here. This one, I don't think I've actually seen anyone bring up. So you can get mad at me and you for this. It is claustrophobic, but like everything here, I felt like I didn't get to see anyone's whole body the entire time, except for a couple times when Supergirl sort of zooms out. So in that bus scene. We're inside the bus. Cramped style fights like that, like a hallway scene, that can be a lot of fun. And in that one, like the rules of the teleporter aren't explained, but like it was kind of fun. I didn't at this point in the movie, a bit of a nonsensical fight scene like that. I ain't mad about it. We're if everything else makes sense, that's just gonna kind of flow through. You know what I mean? Like it's maybe not. You didn't explain how the teleporters worked in detail. Whatever. It's worth a couple gags, and she'll beat him up, and then she's gonna have this awesome fucking scene where she flies into space, and like, yeah, that looks awesome. The flying through and the greeting the sun around the corner. Yeah, cool scene. Good with that. Like that 5 minutes is pretty stellar.
Yeah.
But then you just sort of repeat that over and over again. But that's another side point that we'll have to get to. But again, like other than that, sort of being out in space. What else in this movie happened out in space? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she flew up and yelled.
Again, great scene. Again, well, now that I'm saying it out loud.
Could have used a fucking horse.
Could have used a horse. Yeah, that would have been cool. But now that I'm saying this out loud, what did I just say 2 times in a row? When you give her space, I loved those scenes. When you gave her space to fucking go out there and be goddamn Supergirl, and like, you can be Supergirl on a bus too, don't get me wrong. But like, it's different. It's not breathing. It's not cinematic. It's not big. I felt like I should be watching this at home.
Yep.
Claustrophobic as hell. And even when you get to the end scenes, it's like she's out on a hangar, and still every scene feels so small. Every shot feels so small. If I get a shot of the big brigands, I only see up to like his thighs. Or if I see Kara, it's just gonna be like her bust for a second. Like Lobo's hanging Krim over the side of the thing. I think they do like one maybe wide shot for half a second, and then other than that, it's just like a shot of Lobo up close. It's just so zoomed, so intimate in the wrong way.
It very much feels in a lot of ways like no one was actually filming together anywhere.
Yeah, like this is all like first, second, third, and fourth unit stuff just brought together later.
Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, I know that's not true because you can see all this stuff. Like, well, I mean, I know there were set photos of Lobo on the bike and stuff, and I've seen these bits now where they talk about like, yeah, we set up this whole like that last fight scene is all largely practical stuff. That's all one major like set piece that they've done this around, which all sounds really cool, but you shot it so goddamn close. It doesn't feel big at all.
Or edited.
Or maybe
with
edited.
only the shots that were up.
Or maybe just, yeah, I mean, that's also true. So, I mean, like up top, we said directing, writing, and then editing. Look, I don't know enough. I'm not a knowledgeable enough person to know which one of those three to pull out at any given time. I can only take my guess. But like, man, give me a scene, and I can probably grab which one of those three that I'm going to be like, yeah, I think it's that fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just tough. See, I don't, the movie debuted at 38 million domestically, and it's below fucking Morbius and The Flash and a number of other things. At this point, it's a flop so far.
Yeah.
There might be some, bounce back, but to some degree, but I don't think so. I don't think there will be.
So. I don't think this one's going to have like some weird second weekend,
Yeah, it was like a 54% on RT. It's a 75, something like that, I think, with the audience.
I saw between 73, 76, which is about accurate. That's what I'd give it. This is not a movie I'm going to encounter on like, how did this get made later? Like, yeah, I'm not going to make fun of this movie on Mystery Science Theater. That's not the kind of thing we're talking about here.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as it could have been.
Yeah. For me, it's in that like gray area where it's just like, well, it wasn't great, but it also wasn't horrible. In fact, if it was more horrible, I might like it more.
Yeah, it gets interesting then.
Like if it, once it gets into Tank Girl territory, and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah. We're not into like, we're not into like Tommy Wiseau coming on later saying like, I meant to make it funny. No, you didn't, asshole.
No, you didn't. This won't kill the DCU or anything. Like,
no.
Creature Commandos has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Peacemaker 2 has a 93%. Like Superman has 83.
I think it'll
be fine for a minute.
I think it'll kill Craig's credibility completely.
It should. Craig needs to go away now.
I think anime may take a hit too. Which again, like, all right. So, like I was saying, a bad day. Okay. I don't know exactly whose bad day to blame it on. Like you said, this a lot of bad days tied together. And you're right. Or one really big bad day. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that either. And you're right. But like but it's a number of one. It's an N of one. So like, okay, surely whoever sticks around, let's say everybody does, learn from this. Like,
yeah. Well, look, we know Millie's going to be in Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn has already said she's a huge part of that movie.
Yeah.
And he's already said she's a part of another mystery project.
Both I'm excited for. Again, she looks great. And like the character here, cool. The part they got right was mostly her character. Like I'm
iffy on it, but it's fine. Whatever.
I can even see a little bit of iffiness. But like for the most part, this is a version of Supergirl that I think is interesting and compelling and well done.
Yeah, it's fine.
In a film that is not. Right.
That's mostly my complaint.
Yeah.
I have personal preferences. Like anybody, I have, despite an example of a great Supergirl and a terrible property or a terrible show is going to be Supergirl for the Melissa Benoist. That show was fucking awful most of the time. Most of the time. It was awful. She was great.
Yeah.
Like,
for the most part, that show did well because all the actual individual actors really seemed to be caring about their performances.
Yeah, they made really bad writing work a lot of times.
It was like a bunch of people trapped in Vancouver trying to do their best, and you could tell on screen that it was people trying to do their best sometimes, and that came across.
Yeah, it did.
Sometimes they hated their job. Sometimes they weren't even trying to do their best, but they acted like they were well.
Yeah, but I get it when people are like, "Oh, this is my Superman." Okay, cool, dude. Like, I'm pretty good at accepting the next thing and just being like, "Oh, well, let's see what they do here. Let's get a new version of this. Let's see what they do." In this instance, though, I'm fine with Millie. I didn't think that the version, like, I just didn't feel like they did the character justice necessarily with like explaining why the fuck she's decided, like, I don't know, like,
to just get housed for.
Well, I mean, I get that. Like, I didn't feel like they handled the grief well enough. Like, we get that. Like, we could be like, okay, well, yeah, she's fucked up because her people died and shit.
Yeah.
But like honestly, like my dad just passed away like a month ago, and I was like, man, I might be able to get some cool little insight into grief,
some catharsis here.
Yeah, a little bit of something. No,
I didn't get to share that.
No, it was like they came out and they said, okay, well, she lost all of her people, so I guess the hard part for us is over, right?
Yeah.
Just you automatically feel bad for it. That's what it's like, a fucking sitcom from the 80s where every fucking person is like, oh well, the mother died.
Yeah.
That's a literal writing trick that they do to make you feel, sympathy and empathy. Like you care about, you automatically like the fucking characters because they've suffered a tragic loss.
Yeah.
The worst possible thing.
Yeah.
That you do. And they did it twice. They did it twice to Kara because they killed the mother before they killed the father.
Oh, true. Yeah.
In her world.
Yeah, we got to see her. Which made sense. I mean, look, one of my favorite scenes in the book was them having to strap lead plates to the earth.
Yeah.
But she dies 1,000 times. Like she said, if only the gods were that kind. She has every reason to be as angry as she is.
Yeah.
I think they could have done even more with that.
They should have and could have. Yes, absolutely.
I think Millie certainly could have carried it.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, the movie's got me more excited about the other stuff because I'm deeply excited about what somebody else might do with it.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of sentence that I wish I was saying from a different place, because I could see if this was a review where we were both excited about this movie, I could still see myself being like, man, I'm excited about what they're going to do with her. It's not the same. I don't mean it the same.
Yeah.
But I still kind of mean that,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there was a bunch of, obviously there's been a bunch of Millie Alcock backlash, people, not, a bunch of assholes, talking about her, the way she looks. And I don't understand completely, but look, yeah, through the New York Times, the DCU bosses said they were surprised by both the ferocity of the backlash and its reach. I'm not sure why.
I don't know why I'd be surprised.
They also reportedly believe that, quote, the culture had evolved past that sort of campaign.
No!
Really?
No!
If they are actually surprised and they are woefully out of touch, and a lot more about this movie just became very fucking clear.
Yes, deeply. That's some rough judgment right there. Those are people that need to either get more or less online. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Peter Safran said, while Supergirl did not meet our box office expectations, it's just one component of a broader long-term strategy at DC Studios that we remain confident in.
It's a perfectly reasonable quote from the producer to say after that. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what I would say. I get it.
I'm not sure I have anything else on this one.
No, although one thing we did want to point out.
What was that?
The end. A little bit of contradiction at the end.
Which part? What was that?
Just between the press, because they had mentioned, and you and I had some people in the theater we were going back and forth with about is there anything at the end? And you had said look, I just watched Millie tell us to stay for the, make sure to stay through the credits.
In an interview, yeah, they were like, "Oh, now should you stay at the end of the credits?" She's like, "Yeah, I think so. I think you should. I think the people who do would be rewarded." And then, the dude interviewing was like, "Yeah, I just saw the movie too, and I agree. I think you need to stay through to the end." And then there's nothing.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
I assume it may have been the Superman thing where her coming back home and hanging out with Clark for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, that feels jarringly different anyway. I think that was probably going to be a post-credits, and then they just sort of didn't do the whole post-credit fiasco. Not fiasco, but a festival? I don't know what the fuck I wanted there. But they just didn't do the whole post-credits thing. So I think that was one where they all talked about it that way, and then editing happened, and then that was discussed, and then, there was just some crossed wires about how it was going to come across. But it's another oddity to throw on. Again, it would be something you could ignore, except in the context of a movie where there seems like there's too many oddities.
Mm-hmm.
But it did. I was glad she went back. I don't, it was going to bother me a little bit. She does the whole she has basically like this sobriety arc almost at the end, like where it's not really like a whole addiction thing for her, but it's more just like she's just fucking throwing her life away a little bit. And like but she decides, I'm okay, I'm done with it. I'm putting the party in behind me. And then like, but come on, we'll tie one on for a couple days real quick. Like, it seems like, all right, I'm not trying to get that mad about it, but it's a little bit silly to be like, we'll just at the last second reverse the course of the whole plot. But whatever, you're just going for a couple days. Yeah. Not trying to make a big deal about it,
Yeah, that I get what you're saying there, but I also was like, there's a difference in being like, I'm over this hump. Now let's go celebrate.
I mean,
like now you can do it from a different point of view where it's not as.
Well, that's what I was saying is that we have to differentiate this from like an actual addiction story, because if it was an actual addiction story, that would be woefully problematic to have done that.
Yeah,
that is 100% not the thing you let your friend do. It's never just one more time. It's always the first of the rest of many bad days. But like, no, that's not the kind of story they're telling. They're just telling a story about her sort of maturing through an era in her life. So it's a different kind of stake. It's a little bit silly is what I call it, rather than problematic, which is what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it still made me feel better to see her kind of go back and head back to Earth. Go talk to Clark for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like it was important for her to go back and talk to Clark, because I feel like the whole movie he's trying to like talk to her and not getting her, like because or maybe at least the first like 20 minutes of the movie, he's sending her messages and.
No, I mean, I take the feel like that. I mean, that's his through line. The whole thing is he's just trying to, like he says that when he finally gets her in one call, I finally caught you, and
yeah, it might have been actually more clever than we gave it credit for, because whenever we see him until the end, they are not communicating. Like he's calling her and she's just like cutting him off at the end.
Oh, in the middle they talk for a second. Like they
talk.
He actually
but
gets
he's
her.
Not. Yeah, he gets her, but then he's like, what he's saying isn't like landing with her, and they're not coming together. And then we get the flashback of them meeting. They literally don't speak the same language.
Right. Yes. And
he's just continuing to rattle at her, even though she doesn't understand him.
Yeah. He's just
that may have been more clever than I gave him credit for initially.
No, I like that. I like I liked them in this just fine. Like I like that he comes back. I like that there's this awkwardness to it where he doesn't even really understand what he doesn't even know why he's asking. Is like, if I'm just putting too much of if I'm interpreting too much here, my take on it was he doesn't even really know what he's trying to get her to do. He just somehow feels like if she gets back here to people to a place that he knows worked out for him, that he's happy, and that he thinks that she can do that too, and he's just afraid that she's not. Like, he's just so stupidly genuine about that part of it. He doesn't even really understand how it works either. Just like, I don't know, man, it just worked for me, and come try it.
Yeah.
It really is just like the kind of thing that you would only put up with from like your cousin or some shit, Like if it was somebody else in your life that kept trying to do this to you, you'd be like, man, if you can't explain yourself, shut the fuck up and don't bring that back to me. Like you would maybe put your foot down, but no, that's an actual cousin. Like he eventually does get to just kind of like wear her down enough that I'll let him try it.
Yeah, which I'm fine with. I was fine with their dynamic, honestly.
I like that. I like them just not. Like I said, it made me excited about the future. I get what you're saying about it. I liked the characters I met here, and I like that I'll see them again. But I very much understand your point about how this is and how its numbers have come to be over the weekend, and just how it's doing is a faith-breaking point, just because it has to be. Like, there's just no other interpretation to the numbers themselves being bad than. Like, that's not what you wanted. You wanted a $150 million weekend, and you got a third of that.
Mm-hmm.
No version of events where this is an outright capital W.
And then they readjusted it. They readjusted it all the way down to 70, and still only made half of that.
Yeah, and I wish I'd done better too. And I'm certain that all the bullshit from the incels is part of this, and I'm absolutely certain that all of the fucking bullshit that you've seen and heard and that you're mad about, it did its work. You know what I mean? That should be 70. It should be
Also,
70
like-
just from people casually going to see it, but they got poisoned by all the fucking incel bullshit. All that did its fucking job as far as making people not do and be angry. And all this shit, the stuff I was bitching about, all the hyperbole and the speed and the rate, that's their fault too, because people are they're reacting faster, because that's out there.
Yep.
Like, yeah, the terrorism worked. And like the numbers are partly the result of that. Now, on top of that, I also happen to be disappointed with the movie.
Yeah.
For my own sake.
Absolutely. So anyway, we're not incels. I'm very voluntarily celibate.
I mean, you are borderline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget.
I always have
I forget there is a little bit in common there, but yeah, you are not not a typically a sexually motivated person.
Yeah, I'm not. But
if I learned anything from watching the discourse, there's no point saying you're not anything or that. Go judge me for what it is. Go judge us for what it is. We just posted that we have 700 hours of this, so whatever mistakes we've made are public. Go forth and judge us.
Yeah.
But I don't think you'll find that my opinions are coming from a bad place, nor yours.
Yeah. Not most of the time.
Yeah.
There were a couple episodes early on we said some stuff probably wasn't good, but
oh yeah. I definitely remember a couple jokes that were in poor taste.
I still laugh about a couple of them, and I feel shame. I'm just like, oh God, I remember we said something.
There's probably a couple.
But 11 years is a long time.
It is. I mean, certainly
and
like styles of joking
then
that like I wouldn't do now that I would have done then,
right?
And then other things that I probably would have thought then that I don't think now. I mean, we've done this for a while.
Yeah, and on top of that, back in those days, we were both drinking
so much,
so much while we were on the show.
So very
much. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
I can't let this recording, and it'll be cut down, but I can't let this recording go longer than the fucking movie.
No, and you've got 30 seconds to wrap that up to make that true.
No. All right.
I'll stay out of your way. You do your thing.
Thank you guys for listening. I hope you find something of worth in this review, and I hope you do go see Supergirl either in streaming or in theaters. It doesn't matter to me. It is worth a watch, but just so you aren't ignorant as fuck while you're telling people why you don't like the movie.
No, go watch it out of
spite. Don't be that person.
Go
watch it out of spite. Yeah, go to a matinee for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But until next time, where we will be talking about news, keep some DC on your screen.
Bye.